Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. On second down, Williams, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In his case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he is finally going to be stopped down around the 5-yard line. What a return.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now they try the right side here. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. On first down, Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
734.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing his car on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On first down, Allen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a handoff looking right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
185. Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Down. 280.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check three. Check three. Check three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Allen. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff working right. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Down. New 80.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
That's up.
From midfield, here's Carr. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Back. Express.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Allen. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Carr. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jannard Avery. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now wins. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, 1 day, down. New 80.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Allen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now!
157.
180! Hey, we're good, we're good! 185!
That's a what? Check that!
That's it!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Mike, 50 Cent.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
What now? 180?
50 seconds to Mike. Stay with your man.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
White Monday!
50 seconds, Mike. Hey, let's get him home.
280!
Now a handoff here to his running back. How about this defense? For a third straight play, he's going nowhere. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Allen. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
54 Mike. Down to lose one. 54 Mike.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's got it to Williams. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Down. You ready? Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a carry for Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Banjo.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Express.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Oakland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.